Good afternoon and good evening, friends and enemies. TTRPG is a channel dedicated to the representation of marginalized folk in the TTRPG community. We run TTRPGs and have a really great talk show on the last Sunday of the month at 2 p.m. Pacific. All of our GMs use safety tools such as lines and veils or the X and O system. Content warnings for this show include intense interpersonal relationships, power dynamics, betrayal, dysphoria, elements of horror. Join the tea party. Band, you may now take the field.
Hey, how's everyone doing? Welcome to TTRPG. We are playing Monsterhearts today. This is episode 2 of Formations. Let's reintroduce everybody to their playbooks, what happened last time, and how they're feeling about that. Let's start with Miguel.
Hi, everybody. I'm Miguel. I'm playing Antonio. My playbook is the Queen. Last time, Antonio had a pretty casual day. Just went around doing what he does best, is helping other people become their best. There were a few hiccups along the way, perhaps. Really, some really intense sniffing by the campfire. I'm really not sure how we feel about that, but mostly flattered, I think. The end of the day was very confusing in terms of waking up in a dank dungeon with a couple of my bandmates and surrounded by skeletons, and that's still being processed, but I'm sure we're all going to cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay, Caleb.
Hello, I'm Caleb, he, they pronouns. My character is Jordan, they, them pronouns, and they each had a very dramatic time last episode. So first I got drawn into attacking someone out of defense, and then because of that, I was kicked off the field at band practice. Still very emotional. But then I had some quality bonding time with Elijah, who's my best buddy now. And then I got flirted with, I guess, which was fun with Roger, but also Antonio sent me food, and I still don't know how I feel about that. But yeah, also stuck in a dungeon with Jason, the guy who got me kicked off the field. So, we'll see where that goes. Might have to fight.
Christina.
Hi everyone, I'm Christina. I use any pronouns, and I'm playing Roger, our vampire, and uses he, him pronouns. Roger's time at band camp was interesting. A lot of information gathering, a lot of sneaking around, listening at doors, following interesting folks, really interested in what went on with Jason, doing a lot of sizing up of who might make a decent snack, doing a lot of little list making, a little prioritizing, a little connecting with Jordan there. And yeah, I think he's having now, he's like, what's going on? He's in a dungeon with Nicholas, Veronica, and Bradford. Bradford is on his list right now, so that's about to be interesting. Yeah, so that's Roger.
And Kelsey.
Hello, I'm Kelsey. My pronouns are she, they, and tonight I am going to be Penny, she, her, and I'm using the Kelpie playbook. Last session, I was doing what I do best, being the golden child, perfect in every way, just, like being the best at what I do, right? And maybe on accident, I may have almost accidentally given somebody a concussion who I'm now stuck in a dungeon with. And then after that, we'll call it I was sowing the seeds of justice. And by that, I mean I scared the pants off Jason and then lied about it to my girlfriend. And now I'm stuck in a dungeon. So we're we're a little confused. We're not really sure what's going on, but we're gonna be on top of it. It's gonna be okay.
Well, I am your MC for this evening and for next evening as well. And I'm the one who probably did all this to you as well. I am Robert. I go by More Shoddy. And last we left, everyone was having a nice time at this bonfire. And you all then ended up having these really weird flashes of lights. Ended up having just kind of a really weird time. And you woke up in this kind of dungeony space. All of you wake up with all of these people around you. These people are not awake. You woke up first, probably because of all of your abilities. All on the walls is lots of vines coming down, and lining these walls looks like skeletons with band uniforms and instruments, very old, very beaten up. And so we're going to start here real quick with Antonio. You wake up first, and the first thing that you notice is that none of your crew is with you.
Not great.
But as well as none of your crew, what is it that you're wearing?
I would. I mean, I presume I'm wearing my jacket from the night before. There was an incident. I needed to recover it from another individual, and that person is here, I believe, in the dungeon with me, Natalie.
Yes.
Do I have pants? I hope I have pants.
When you look down, you are still fully dressed. You are still fully dressed. You're dressed exactly how you are. Your other bandmates, though, are dressed in their band uniforms.
Oh dear.
Yes.
I see.
They are starting to kind of rustle awake. They're just like, they're just kind of next to each other, just kind of piled together, and they have their instrument themselves. I don't think we ever established what their instruments are. I think, no, actually, we did establish Natalie. She plays the flute, so she has a flute just kind of tucked in her hand. What does Horatio play? What does Horatio have in their hands?
The triangle.
The triangle. But they're perfect triangle, though, right? Like they're just a perfect ding.
Right.
It rings out across the field every single time.
It takes a steady hand.
It takes a very steady hand, and Horatio has it every single time. As Horatio's waking up, as well as Natalie, they both. Where are we? And you're standing over them. They're on the ground. What do you do?
I squat to kind of make them a little more comfortable. I don't want to be like standing right over them. I say, well, gang, your guess is as good as mine. I just happened to wake up. It seems y'all had a bit of a costume change between then, whenever then was, and now, whenever now is. And then I gesture at the skeletons along the walls and say, this not a good omen. Just gonna point that out. Well, can we maybe, and I like gesture from maybe let's stand up. Is everything working? Like heads, everyone got any boo-boos? Feel any concussions perhaps? What do you remember? Like, what's the last thing you remember before we ended up here? Because for me, Horatio, I don't know if you remember, but it was very touchy.
And he starts getting up and has just the triangle in his hand. He just kind of comes on over to you and just kind of leans up, get next to you, and I just remember the fire. I don't know, though. I mean... And he just starts wandering off. Natalie, on the other hand... Huh?
I just wondered where.
He just wanders off. He just starts wandering around the room. Natalie, on the other hand, stands right up. Just starts like more attention and more focus than you've ever seen from Natalie ever.
Interesting. Natalie, friend, how are we feeling this morning? Maybe.
Morning, evening, who knows? She comes over to you and says, and she just kind of grabs you by your jacket, just lightly, and goes and pulls you in a little bit and says, "We need to get out of here now. You need to help us."
Sure, doll. What do we do here? Seem pretty concerned. I look around. Is there a door?
You do see a door. It is just a regular, just a normal door. It looks like just a normal door you would see in a house, with the doorknob and everything on it.
Sure. Hey, I just sort of like I just run my hand through my hair. I'm like, hey, Horatio, could you be your normal helpful self and maybe try that door for us? See, maybe we can find a restroom.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And he goes
Freshen
over.
up a bit.
Yeah, he goes over and does turn the knob, and opens it. And we're gonna go over to you, Roger. You're up and running as well. Your room actually looks similar to this, except yours looks closer to a room from your, I don't want to say your vampire childhood, but your vampire childhood. Something similar to that you recognize.
Okay.
What kind of closed off room would you have experienced in early on in your vampirehood?
Yeah, it's a small, it looks like an apartment. Um, the kind of paint's peeling on the walls. It's very sparse. There's kind of wood furniture, handmade, all around, and you like a city apartment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the walls are still very viney. It's very almost like it's gonna break down if you try to touch it, right? Like it's still solid. You know, it's still solid looking, but you feel like the sense of just like it might crumble over you. On the floor is Veronica, Bradford, and Nicholas. Nicholas is starting to stir. Veronica and Bradford are kind of like laying next to each other, just at that. You know, Nicholas is waking up, just like kind of crawling around again. The same in the room, still dressed, bandmates with instruments. You are also dressed in your clothes, not your regular clothes. As Nicholas wakes up, like, we're supposed to be in our bunks. Not where did you? Where are we?
I don't know. Is this familiar to you?
No, is this your apartment? It's
No. I don't know where we are. Um, I want to feel the walls. Like go and feel them.
okay. When you go to feel the wall, I want you to roll me a gaze into the abyss.
Okay. That's gonna be a 4.
A 4, okay.
Yeah.
It bounces back at you. You get this sense, and actually, I'm going to have you take a harm on that one. You do bounce back. It hurts down to your core. What you felt. There's a lot of pain in these walls. There's a lot of anger in these walls, but you do get a sense that there is you see a door to your right. You felt it, that it's trying to draw you that way.
It wants us to go out of the door. Bradford, wake up. I'll kind of kick at him a little bit.
Okay, and he just what?
Wake up. We're in trouble.
And he looks up at you and goes, Leave me alone. And he just like rolls over and puts his arm over Veronica.
I will pick him up.
Okay, jeez.
We're going.
They just kind of looking around. Oh shit! How drunk did I get last night?
You tell me.
I don't know. I didn't even know I started drinking. Okay, I guess yeah, let's go. And he just starts walking away. Not in any way worried about Veronica. Not in any worry about anyone else. He just starts walking away. What do you do?
I kind of want to gently kind of shake Veronica awake. Hey, Veronica. Veronica. Don't freak out.
Here, I'm going to actually have Kelsey play Veronica. Kelsey, you wake up as Veronica.
So I'm just kind of there on the ground. I'm like, what is going on?
Something weird has happened. We're not where we're supposed to be.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yep. 2 things I could have guessed. Thank you.
The walls want to kill us. Don't touch them.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Good to know.
Do you like scary stories?
Sure.
You know the final girl?
Yeah.
That's what we're aiming for, okay? Veronica? We good?
Okay. Yeah. We can do it. We're just not gonna go open any strange doors. We're not gonna split up. You know, the classic mistakes. We're gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
Well, I mean, splitting up might not be the worst, but not you. Let's let Bradford go, you know? I'm kidding. I kid. I joke. I'm sorry.
What do you want me to do? As he goes to grab the door and it opens.
Or we do that.
And we go to Jordan. Jordan, you wake up. And on opposite sides of the room are Jason and Elijah. And they're just like propped up against the walls. This room is filled again with the same kind of dead skeleton bandmates. And they are also dressed. But this room is also kind of similar to you. Similar to Roger. It's keyed into you a little bit. This is where a similar room to where you made your deal. Made your deal with the devil, as it were. Where is this room?
I was gonna say, so it's a band room.
It sure is. Where is this band room?
I mean, I would think that it's probably like like the one that's like closest to like Kanjan's office. Like we just met there. Okay. Out of convenience.
All right. So yeah, it is the band room that's down. It's near the south end of the camp itself. It's just one long room with a bunch of tables that are now knocked over. But Elijah and Jason are on the opposite sides, mixed in with a bunch of skeletons. Neither one of them are waking up, though. What do you do?
Okay. So I'm assuming there's not a door.
You don't see a door, no.
Okay. Then I am going to sit down. And I am going to kind of pray to Kanjan.
To Kanjan?
And be like, what is going on? How do I get out of this? I don't like this.
And all you hear when you pray is just the rapping of drums, like that you recognize as just a normal practice, a warm-up practice of drums. just in your head.
Do I get out of it by practicing? Because I did that all day.
It's just a constant rhythm.
Okay. I still have my drumsticks.
Yes. You always have your drumsticks.
Good. I was a little bit scared they would have somehow disappeared from me.
No.
I'll take them out. And I'll just start drumming on one of the tables. See if anything happens.
As you start drumming on one of the tables, the entire room just starts like along with
Oh,
you
that's
drumming.
weird.
And it's just like almost like an earthquake. It just like beats up and down. As that's happening, we switch over to Penny. Penny, your room, again, very similar. It's an enclosed space, and it's just you and Chad. Chad's like laid out on the floor. On the floor there. What does the room look like to you?
It probably looks like a dark, moldy basement that's been like water damaged and never fixed.
Okay.
Just like plain walls, kind of like damp on the top and bottom, just very mildewy and creepy.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, you smell that mildew. Like you hear just drips everywhere. And it's Chad is in one of the drip areas, and it's just like you can see just like the mold and slime that's just like, and he's just starting to wake up, and it just like, and as he's waking up, you can tell there's something wrong. He's still got that giant just knot right there on his forehead.
Quick out of game question.
Yeah.
So, what do I remember? Because I know I think I was the only one that like passed the stare into the abyss, gaze into the abyss roll at when the whole weird fire thing is happening. So, what do I remember?
I believe I asked you what your biggest fear was.
Do you remember what I said?
That's silly. That was a week ago.
I feel like I remember you saying I saw some kind of like a face in the fire. Am I not remembering that?
I vaguely remember that as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I meant to. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So am I in my band uniform?
No, you were in your regular clothes that you were in before.
Okay. Is Chad in his band uniform?
Yes.
And he has his instrument.
Yes.
Do I have any of my equipment?
Do you? You tell me.
I would like some.
You do see it. It's off to the side. I don't know if it's your equipment, but you do see a color guard person there in the corner, and they have a flag.
Okay.
Also,
All
just
right.
like skeleton, just.
So, as Chad is waking up, I'm just gonna walk over there and look at the skeleton and be like, "You don't need this, right?" I'm gonna take.
Nope, and
I'm gonna take
it's just nice and tight hold. It's, you're able to take it just fine. And you just hear a, and you take off, and it just crumbles the hands off.
That's fine.
It leaves a little bit of bone dust right on there with a handprint.
Ew. I'm gonna walk over and nudge Chad, I guess. Give him a little poke. Nothing aggressive.
Then aggressive, and he's starting to. But he's not responsive. He's starting to like sit up.
Hey, Superman, come on. I'm gonna slap his face a couple times.
Slap the guy that they probably has a concussion.
Just enough to wake him up.
Just enough to wake him up.
Not that hard.
Hi, Penny.
Do you
What's that?
do you remember anything?
I remember you teaching me how to throw a flag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
I don't know. After that, I don't remember anything.
All right. Okay.
Where are we?
You know, that's a really good question. Bet you can probably figure it out though, Mr. Prodigy. What do you think?
And he gets up and goes over to the walls and just kind of like just just oh, looks like a basement.
I never would have guessed. Thank you. And I'm gonna take the silk off the flag, like the flag part off the flag, so I'm just like holding the flagpole. And then is there a door?
You do actually just see a doorway, and
Okay.
you see stairs heading up.
All right. Uh, all right. Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna walk up toward those stairs. Uh, and you're useless right now, so I'm gonna go first. We're gonna see what happens. Got it?
Okay, that's great. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Cool. And I'll start walking up the stairs.
Okay, you walk up those stairs, and we flash back to Antonio. Antonio, you Horatio opens that door, and it actually opens up to a familiar location for you, someplace that is it makes you feel extremely happy. It's not home. Where else is it?
There's back home, because we're at camp, we're all away from where we're from and all of that, right? There is the most delightful ice cream shop. It's very like, hey, locally made, ethically sourced, this and that. It's a little bougie too, where they have like a little like whiskey chocolate ice cream shake, things like that. And despite not being quite of age, I know someone and I go there, and it's like a little slip under the table kind of sitch, and it's very homey for me, right? Very much where I go if I just need a little me time, maybe a study date, something like that.
Okay, yeah. He opens the door perfectly, and it's just like it swings, but it doesn't hit the door, hit the wall behind it. It just kind of and just kind of hangs there long enough for everyone to walk through.
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone to walk right through. And it opens up to this nice, bright ice cream shop that you just described. It's busy, but not too busy. And behind there is just, it says free ice cream. Like,
oh, that's new.
Going out of stock, replenishing. What do you do?
As I'm starting to just get my bearings as much as I can in this just very disorienting situation, I remember, I think, right, realize that I'm nowhere near any members of the Delightful Trio, and I'd like to reach out through the fungal ether to try to sense their feelings.
Okay.
Let's get an emotional read on them.
Go ahead and roll me a gaze into the abyss.
Oh, absolutely.
+1 on that roll.
Alrighty. That's going to be, a 12.
You are able to connect to each one of them. You do sense them, you do feel them, and they are all safe. They're actually relieved to hear you. And you get this feel and sense that they're wondering where you are, and they want you to come find them.
Find them I shall. Okay. I go up to the ice cream monger, and
Ice cream monger.
Is there a line? Does it seem to be just like what's how's it moving?
As you walk right up to it, like the person right in front of you, like it just like parts away, like, and then you get right in front.
And I'm like three of the usual, and it just casually kind of dropped. Like, is Everett working today?
Oh no, Everett actually quit. The person behind the counter said.
The owner quit. That's odd.
Oh no.
Huh.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I shouldn't tell you this. Everett actually wasn't the owner.
News to me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll take three.
Three? Okay. And they like scoop up,
Mm-hmm.
um, three cups of whatever. It's an ice cream. Your favorite ice cream. What's your favorite ice cream?
It's just a classic. It's a cookies and cream, very childhood favorite, right? Just it's a go-to, a solid. And I gesture at Natalie and Horatio and say, hey, I mean, it's enjoy
Okay.
while we're here, right? And then we can maybe let's regroup, kids, and figure out what our next move is.
Yeah, yeah. Horatio grabs it. Natalie, like, grabs it just by the edge of the cup
Yeah.
and just kind of walks over to a table along with Horatio. Do you grab yours?
I I grab it from the outside. I make sure not to actually touch the ice cream itself,
Okay.
but I do grab the cup and like bring it over to the table with me. I don't eat
Yeah.
any of it.
And then everyone's sitting, everyone's sitting down. Horatio's like eating it in just like a nice scoop fashion, so none of it's like melting, and just like in that perfect way. Natalie is not eating her ice cream.
Oh yeah, no, me neither. If anything, I'm doing like a little like a stage bite. I'm like kind of dipping the spoon near the cup, and then just sort of like I'm toying with it. If anything, right? And look at Horatio. I mean, you do you, I suppose. Um,
It's delicious, and it's just perfectly slowly, just going down. Like Horatio's like digging into it, but like in just the right way.
mm-mm, mm-mm. No, he's too comfortable with all of this. I just turned to Natalie. Like, what do you know? Because you obviously know something. So you better start talking.
And she's just like starting to get twitchy, just like looking around, and like it's not right.
Obviously, it's not right. This place is from my hometown. It does not belong here. I don't know what this is, and I don't know what that fool is talking about. But Everett would never quit. He's definitely the owner. That's all he talks about. He doesn't actually work. He just stands around bragging all day.
Like
I don't know how the place hasn't gone under.
like, and she just like straight looks at you, Tony. Look around. It's not right. And I want you to roll keep your cool.
Oh, that is a 7.
Okay. Um, on a 7, I'm gonna say one of two things. One, you do look around and you get the information you need, but it's going to speed up what's going to happen. Or you don't look around, you just kind of look straight ahead, and you're going to get some of the information, but not all.
I'll look around.
Okay. You look around and you see everyone sitting there, and everyone's eating their ice cream exactly just like Horatio. Everyone's eating their ice cream perfectly.
Pod people.
Yeah. Just exactly. Like the exact same way, exact same level, all of it.
I just turned to Natalie and go, what in the Stepford hell is going on here?
And she just like, we need to get out of here now.
I just stand up. I'm like, Horatio, it's well knowing you. Sniff you later. Natalie and I have an appointment to keep.
And he stands up, and everyone just like they stand up at the same time.
I look for the exit, and I'm going.
You're going. Okay. As you all head for the exit, everyone heads for the exit with you.
Do I have to like get through I'd like to just
like you are now just like there are people that were behind you essentially. They're not heading for the exit. They're now in front of you. Like they're just in front of you from the exit the door. What do you do?
So Antonio likes to put up a good front here at camp because no one knows him really. No one knows where he's really from, right? But he is a Midwesterner to his core. So he knows how to make himself narrow and go, oh, he's gonna get right there. Oh, please don't mind me. It was real life. So right, it just gets full on Missouri, right? He's like, oh, let me just get like right through here, and just tries to squeeze and weave his way to the front as quickly and as politely as possible.
Natalie and Horatio are following behind you. Horatio's right behind you. Natalie is right behind him. But everyone's turning exactly the same way as Horatio. So they're, even with your ope, it's like they're bumping right into you constantly, back and forth, back and forth. It's almost like that, like Avatar, that the fire, the airbender toy or whatever. Yeah, it's the same thing. You're getting bumped constantly. You can get there, but if you want to get there without hurting anybody, you're gonna need to do it with you're gonna take some harm. If you do want to get there and you're just like, you don't care about these people, I want you to roll me a lash out physically.
What is that one? Volatile?
Uh-huh.
I mean, at this point, I'm panicking. It does not seem. I don't like what's going on. I'm gonna try to lash out. That's a 6.
Okay.
When I attempt to lash out.
Okay. You get bumped aside, right?
That I do.
And you take that harm, but because of what you did, not Nicholas, Horatio came after you. Like, oh my God, are you okay, Tony? Or like, Antonio, are you okay? And everyone turned that way. Which gave Natalie the opportunity to get to the door.
And now I'm just like being crowded by everyone trying to.
Yeah, everyone's just like, like just kind of piling onto you. Natalie opened the door.
I just scramble. I try to just like get there however I can.
Yep. And we get to Jordan. Jordan. Your room, as you're beating, is just going up and down, up and down.
What is happening?
As you beat on the desk, it's beating on the room, essentially. What do you do? Like, all the bodies and skeletons are just like, just all over the place. Like, Jason and Elijah are bouncing up and down, bouncing up and down.
But they're still not waking up?
They're still not waking up.
What? How are they not waking up when the room is bouncing? Oh my God. Okay. I'm just so confused. I'm still drumming, but I'm gonna yell out, is this what you want? Is this what you want me to do?
And if you're still drumming, it's still going. Like, they're starting to, like, bounce. Both Jason and Elijah are starting to bounce towards you.
Do they look physically injured?
They are getting injured. They're, like, getting shards of, like, skeletons, like, getting hit towards them, and they're starting to bleed.
Okay, I'll stop. Because I don't want Elijah to bleed. Jason, I don't care, but yeah. I don't want Elijah to bleed.
So you stop, and they just, like, they're in midair as you stop, and they just, like, crumble over desks and skeletons, and they're just now, like rag dolls on the ground.
Okay, I'm gonna go to Elijah and try to help him. Try to wake him up.
Okay. As you go over there to Elijah, the minute you touch Elijah, his eyes just like, oh my God. Oh, what happened?
Are you okay?
Ow. And he's just clutching on his stomach. You see this gigantic femur bone just like stuck on his side.
Oh God. Okay. I'm not gonna take it out because I know better than that. Barely. Okay. We have to find a way out of here somehow. I don't know what that is. I'm literally just gonna leave Jason. I don't care. Um, fuck that guy. But I'm gonna try to get Elijah to stand up at least. I know he's injured. I don't even know if he can walk.
Yeah, he's like, again, like he's like ragdolled over these all skeletons and chairs and tables. Like it's like those school chairs, ones that are like attached to chairs.
Yeah.
So it's like all they're piled up, and he's just like ragdoll on top of them. So you're gonna have to like pull them off to be able to get him to stand up. So you're gonna have to just like,
oh, that's
probably
great.
hurting.
I'm so
Yeah.
strong.
You know what would help is someone else to help you.
Nope. I'm gonna try to do it myself.
Okay. So let's see. Let's do this with. Let's keep your cool. Actually, let's roll
Great.
with cold, because you're trying to stay calm. You're trying to do this like. Okay.
I rolled decently, so I got a 9.
Okay. So you're able to tell that from the way that Elijah's stuck in there, that you can do it, but it's gonna be dangerous to you a little bit, because you're gonna have to like
Okay.
put your feet underneath a couple of things, pull, and you end up might getting stuck. Or your other option is you woke up Elijah by going up to them.
Yeah.
You might also be able to do the same with Jason, and it would be
Does
a
he
lot
look like
safer
he's
for you.
stuck in anything?
No, he's off to the side, just
damn
laying
it.
on the
Okay.
floor, like an asshole, clutching 2 drumsticks as well.
That fucker. Okay. I'll get him up, I guess.
As you walk over there, he's just like he's got this like shit-eating grin on his face, like, but he is bruised up from just like bouncing around everywhere.
He should have been the hurt one. Okay, I'll wake him up.
As you wake him up, he's like, and he looks at you. He like recognizes the room. Oh, this is where I ended up last night.
No,
What the fuck are you doing here?
Weird things happened. I don't know. Can you help me get Elijah out?
Elijah, out of what? He, like, just kind of
Suck.
he puts his 2 drumsticks behind his belt and his back, and he's like, "What the hell is on me?" There's like, other than being a bit bruised and dusty, he's got nothing wrong with him.
Yeah, no, I honestly I don't know what happened, but can we like Elijah's stuck.
And he looks over. What, you couldn't get him out? You're fine. And he walks on over, and he's like, whatever. And he goes to start pulling him.
Yo, be careful.
What do you do?
I tell him to be careful.
All right. Well, and then he goes to pull, and he just pulls on him. Elijah screams and
Stop! He's hurt.
and you just hear this like,
Oh no.
like, and he pulls him out. Like there is a collapse of the chairs and the bones and everything. It just kind of collapses in. Elijah is just, you hear this blood curdling scream, and you can tell that his foot is just like hanging in a really weird way. What thing you do notice though is once he pulled it out, you were just now focusing past him a little bit, because I think you were just like, huh, there is now a door at the other end of the room. And I think at this point, I do need to take a break, because there is an issue with our Zoom. So we're going to take a break real quick, and we will be right back.
Fine.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
And we're back. Before the break, we were pulling Elijah, or well, Jason was pulling Elijah out of a bunch of stuff, and Elijah's foot just went, and it's now just hanging in the skin socket, just like he's just screaming because it's this, dislocated enough that it's just like. But
this is what I get for letting Jason do things.
Right, Jordan, you're just a little bit away from them. But beyond them on the wall, you now see a door. What do you do?
Okay, I head over to Elijah and Jason, I guess, who I'm assuming is still pulling him. And, God, I hate everything about this. Okay, you guys, we gotta get out of here. Let's carry Elijah, I guess. Can you walk? I don't think you could walk.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah. And he's like looking around, and he's like, and he points over. He's like, we could probably make a crutch out of that trombone or something.
Okay, I mean, yeah, if that works, let's do it. I'll bring the trombone over. I don't want him to try to get over there.
And Jason's just like, again, he just kind of walks off, and he's like twirling one of his drumsticks.
Fucker. I hate him.
And and Elijah just, and he's, oh God.
I'll help him.
Yeah, you're helping Elijah over.
I'm so sorry.
Each time it's just. As you walk over to the door, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And Jason that comes up behind you, and just kind of looks over your shoulder and just. Are you sure you can carry him?
No, clearly I can't. But last time I had you do something, you dislocated his foot.
So do you open the door, or do you have one of the other two open it?
I open it.
You open it. Okay. So you open the door, and there's just a flash of light happens.
Okay.
Roger. Nicholas opened that door. On the other side is a dark field. Like, it's in the middle of a forest. It's out in the open, but it's also a location that you recognize. Where is this?
I think it is an empty baseball field, kind of in the middle of a city. It's in the middle of the city block, but it's a baseball field installed like a park. And is there anyone around?
No, it's the middle of the night. There's no one around. The lights are even off. Mm-hmm. One of them is flickering, just because it's never been fixed, kind of the situation.
I think the street lamps are a little bit vintage looking, not like a little bit like something you'd see in like a 60s period piece.
Okay. It's so late in the night that you don't hear a lot of traffic on the streets. And Nicholas is out, just kind of coming out of this, and behind you is like the kind of the clubhouse where they keep all the bats and balls and everything. And he just that doesn't make any sense.
Did it make sense before, Nicholas?
Well, I mean, I could have been knocked out or anything, but that was an apartment, and this is the outside. That's the big and he just like kind of just starts running off, just out into the baseball field, because he's just absolutely has no idea. He's freaking out.
Nicholas, come back.
He can't hear you. He's whatever. And Bradford's just like, whatever. Leave him alone.
What was I saying about horror movies? Let's leave him. I'm kidding. Kidding.
I'd leave him alone.
Well,
He'll calm down eventually.
let him run around a little bit. Uh, do you, are there any other doors around, or do we see any other plants like we did on the walls in the place where we
No.
were before?
No, this is just the outside world, essentially. Just like a bit like you described, it's just baseball field surrounded just by trees, almost like it's a central park. But again, it's middle of the night, and not a soul to be heard, not a car to be heard.
That works for me. I'll, I guess, keep close to Veronica and Bradford and just start following maybe like a path out of the fields. Should we go toward the trees or along the road? What do you think?
Um, and he kind of just looks and goes, "Well, civilization seems like that way," and he points towards the taller buildings. That way's probably more, office buildings or whatever. Might have a, police station. That seems all kind of dark. And it's
Yeah, I think we should.
pointing towards the trees.
I think we should probably avoid the trees. There's probably stuff in there that we might not want to run into.
And Bradford looks over to you and says, "It's okay, I'll protect you."
Thanks, Bradford. You're so brave.
All right, you can go first.
Okay. And he starts just stomping off and just does that whole like stomps on a twig just because he can. Stomping off.
I'm like send a look to Roger. Is this kid serious?
Let him be macho. It's fine. If something bad happens, it'll happen to him and not to us. Anyway.
Yeah, that's a great way to think about it.
I don't know about great.
We go to the trees, or are we going away from the trees?
Let's go to the city. He's right, unfortunately. We might find someone who could help us. What the hell is going on? Do you remember anything?
That's a good question. Does Veronica remember anything?
Veronica remembers just being at the fire, and same thing, just waking up in the apartment.
Yeah, no, last I remember is just the campfire. And there's nothing, and then baseball field.
Great. Well,
Do you remember anything?
same as you. I remember Horatio acting really weird.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what was up with that?
I don't know. That guy creeps me out.
Everyone's always blaming Horatio.
It's because it's his fault. Well, since we don't have anyone to pin the blame on, I think we should say this is all Horatio's doing. And when we get back, we can kick his ass.
Okay.
It's something to focus on.
Let's keep going.
Okay. I'll just trek down the road, following the blinking streetlights, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. So you're not going through the forest then?
I think we're gonna avoid it and stick to the road.
Okay. So yeah, as you go over to the road, and you hit the sidewalk, you, Roger, start recognizing the signs that this is not the same time period that you left. This is very much closer to that 60s decor, which means it's very likely the 60s era.
Cool cars.
Yeah. Did we is there some city that I'm not familiar with that's weirdly obsessed with old cars?
Maybe it's a film set.
Maybe it's a film set. It's a film set.
Yeah,
Must be a film set.
must be.
And from your left, because it's you just come this way, you do hear just a scream that you recognize as Bradford.
Okay, I wasn't serious when I said I wanted him to get snatched, but that sounds like Bradford just got.
Veronica's running over there.
Veronica, okay, I'm
Veronica
I'm chasing her.
Right in there.
Running.
Roger, as you are right behind Veronica, you feel this sense of like silence come around you. And the only thing you see is Veronica in front of you. No matter what you do, though, you can't catch up to Veronica.
Shit. Veronica, stop. Stop running. She can't hear me, can she?
No.
Oh shit. Great.
Okay. Crap. I can't lose Veronica. I will start just sprinting, throwing some power behind it, becoming more animalistic, just like throwing myself into this silence, trying to catch her.
Okay. I want you. Let's just take it into the abyss. We'll take just a straight dark roll.
Okay. Oh, that's decent. 9.
Okay. With a 9, you're able to break out of whatever's happening to you, but you do end up like on a separate path from Veronica. So you are now able to sense everything around you again.
Okay.
But you don't see Veronica. You don't hear Bradford. You're alone in the forest.
Okay. I'm gonna sniff the air and see if I can't smell them.
Okay. Roll me to keep your cool.
Okay. And that's cold. 9.
Okay. So with you're going to be able to smell what the danger is, but you're not going to be able to react to it. Or you don't smell it, what's going on, but I'm going to give you a +1 forward for any action that happens because of it. It's up to you. Because you're now hyper aware that something is wrong in this forest.
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to you. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna take that +1 forward because
Okay.
I think it's more dramatic.
Yeah. So you're not able to smell. In fact, it's so weird because you actually can't smell anything. Like the forest itself is almost as if it's not there. There is no smell. When you actually sit and think about what's around you, nothing is there. You are assuming the smells around you because you weren't paying attention. Why would you not smell a forest? Why would you not smell a city? But when you actually attuned your senses to the area around you, there actually aren't any smells. What do you do?
I'm gonna close my eyes and reach out with my hands because this is obviously some sort of trick, an illusion, and see if I can feel for some sort of door or window or anything that I can, something that's not what I'm seeing. I'm going to feel around for something that's not what I'm seeing.
I want you to gaze into the abyss for me.
Oh, that is a 2.
Oh. Oh, oh, oh. You do not get any kind of sense of anything. It's almost as if you yourself are in a void. You have no idea where you are. At this point, you're almost lost. You've actually lost your sense of the cardinal direction, which is very strange for you. Your senses are normally something you trust implicitly. Horatio ends up breaking through the the trees behind you and just like smacks right into you. Not Horatio, sorry, Nicholas. Nicholas,
It's like,
not Horatio. Like Horatio just randomly shows up.
Yes.
No,
I was ready for that.
Nicholas, just like and just like smacks right into you.
Okay, I'm gonna use him as a cushion and fall.
Like, ooh, boo.
Calm down.
Do you use some kind of like voice on him or something?
Yeah. I'll use some kind of voice on him and just be like, calm down.
And he's just like looking straight in your head. Okay.
Nicholas, pull yourself together. We're somewhere weird. We don't need to run around and call attention to ourselves.
Okay.
Breathe
Okay.
with me. I'm gonna make myself breathe. Good. Yes. Breathe.
I want you to roll me a turn someone on.
Okay. 10.
They're now breathing deeply, but like their heart is just like so racing. You're right on top of him. It is the only thing that you are sensing in this entire void. What do you do?
Oh my god.
It's like the one thing that you're latching on. Like,
Right.
you can't reach out to anything else. The only thing that you have is Nicholas right in front of you. Like, your hands around his throat a little bit. You can sense the heat coming off his blood.
I don't know where we are, and I don't know where anyone will be next or what's coming. I look around. Is anyone nearby?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
do it. I'm gonna feed on Nicholas. I'll just Nicholas, do you want me to help calm you down?
Uh-huh.
You're gonna close your eyes, and it's going to hurt, but then you'll feel better. Okay?
Okay. And he closes his eyes and still breathing that.
I'm gonna go for his wrist instead of his neck. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for his wrist and just kind of hold his other hand. No, I'm gonna stroke his hair and
Okay.
eat and
Okay.
beat off his wrist.
And you totally do. And he just like it's an immediate calming sense for him. So you are feeding from Nicholas the first time.
Yes.
So you're actually part of one of your powers is you get to choose two of the things on your sheet. You go ahead and decide what.
I'm gonna heal one harm because I took some harm, and they definitely don't die.
Yeah.
I don't want to kill Nicholas.
As you are taking your time with Nicholas, Veronica, you ran ahead. You have no idea where Roger went to. You assume that they took a different path, and you do end up coming onto Bradford. Just spooked and just kind of turning around everywhere. That would be you, Penny. Kelsey. Veronica. You're playing Veronica,
Oh.
remember?
Oh, I'm also there? Okay.
Yeah, well, you are
I thought
Veronica.
you were still talking to Roger. My bad.
No, you're playing Veronica for me.
Right. Yeah, so me and Bradford both.
Yeah, you came up
Come up
on
there?
Bradford, and he's just spooked. He's like ready to like attack the first thing that comes up on him. He's just scared out of his mind, as well.
So I run up behind him and I'm like, Bradford, snap out of it.
Did you see it?
See what?
It's like a big monster, bigger than me, and Bradford's like 6'2", you know, like something bigger than me. Like, whoa.
A monster?
Yeah.
You know monsters like aren't real, right?
I know what I saw. It was like a giant, like a Bigfoot or something. And he's like now starting to feel embarrassed because it sounds ridiculous.
Where exactly did you see this Bigfoot?
It was like there. It was running through the forest because it's dark in here.
So you ran after it?
No, I was running in the forest and it came up on me, and then I screamed.
Okay. Okay. But it's gone now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yes.
You're all right?
Yeah. I'm fine. Cool. And he's just like, he's like standing up tall, like, and just very like, oh crap, I gotta seem manly, and he's trying to give himself extra couple of inches. It must have been just like something. Probably just saw shadows or something.
Give him a little pat on the shoulder. Say, you ready to leave the forest?
Just like shrugs you off.
You ready to leave the forest? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And I'm gonna start walking out of the forest again.
Okay. The same way you came in, or the way you're going out? That Bradford.
Taking the same way we came in that I can remember, because Veronica would probably want to get back to Roger as well.
Okay. And he's like, where are you going? Oh, hold on. And he turns right with you. As you guys are heading back that way, Roger, you hear some commotion coming from the direction that they are in that area. What do you do?
I'm gonna stop feeding on Nicholas, pull his sleeve down, kind of give him a pat, and he's kind of, how is he feeling?
He's just kind of like very chill, very like, mm-hmm. I wouldn't say euphoric, but it has a very euphoric look on his face.
Mm-hmm. How close are folks? Do I have enough time to like get them up off the ground and?
Yeah, you have enough time to do that. Yeah.
Okay, I'll kind of pick them up and kind of sling them over my shoulders a little bit. Just be like, all right, we're walking now, okay?
Okay.
Are you feeling better?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really, really good.
Good. You're going to be very quiet. You're going to, if anyone asks, you passed out here.
Okay.
You passed out here, and I found you, and I woke you up. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What do you remember?
I passed out here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you found me? Yeah. Just right there, because I passed out there.
Yes, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Nicholas.
He's just like nodding off, just like,
Okay, I maybe went too far. All right.
As Bradford and Veronica just kind of break through. The reason it's so loud is because Bradford's very much like kicking up things. There you guys. There you are.
I found
Nicholas. What happened to him?
I don't know. He must have hit his head. He passed out. I found him, woke him up. He's all right though. Little woozy, but I think he'll be okay. Bradford, do you want to help me carry him?
Yeah. I mean, he kind of just grabbed Nicholas because Nicholas is like 5'3" and just oh. And
Thank you,
then he
Bradford.
looks past you and just, where'd that come from?
What?
As you all turn around, there's this giant tree trunk that has a door on it.
Okay. As Alice in Wonderland shit. Veronica, what do you think?
Uh, well, okay. Question for Morshadi. As Veronica, would Veronica have seen something like this previously? Like, just like weird magical shit in the woods? Like because of Penny? Because she knows?
You tell me.
I think she probably has
Okay.
seen some stuff. Probably not anything like this specifically. Okay. Um, I think that maybe we should avoid weird magical looking things in the woods.
Okay. That's probably smart. So
Remember what you said about the horror movie? The horror movie?
That's right. That's right.
This is how we don't die in the horror movie. We don't go through weird doors.
So I'm glad you're here because I'm the curious nerd in the horror movie who dies in the middle of it. This is good.
Great. Not stressful at all.
So what do? You have this. You're faced with this giant tree trunk of a tree with a door right in the middle of it.
I'm gonna defer to you, Roger.
I kind of want to go and just kind of feel it with my hand.
Okay.
Not opening it or anything, to see if I can get kind of that same energy that we got from the other place.
As you go up to it, it just feels like a normal door. It's just that nice smoothness of a nice planed wood. As you like pull it off, you're like, oh, it smells really nice. Just like when you go to Home Depot, like smell the wood. It's exactly like that.
It's fresh. Well, if you don't want to go through it, you're probably very smart. He's also just thinking about like how long can he keep up it's a movie set, it's fine, before folks start getting curious and even more freaked out. Shall we see if there's any more of these doors in this woods? Or should we stick back to the street?
We're gonna stay in the woods. All right. Okay. All right. Let's look for some doors.
Okay.
And then Bradford's like, okay. And as you all turn around, like the scene shifts, like all of it. Like every tree around you, it's almost like it just goes like a screen wipe. And every tree around you is like the aftermath of a wildfire.
Oh shit.
What just happened?
We're going through the door is what just happened.
You do see in the distance, though, another door in the tree trunk. Like, you just have these two options now. And a dog that's just barking outside the door.
What if we get burned next?
Well, I mean, can't really stay here. So, pick a door, I guess.
Okay. So one is in a burned tree and the other one is just in a normal tree?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go for the burned tree.
Okay. And everything is just like either still burning charcoaly or it's now ash. So you can pick your way through there. the city is kind of gone, and it's behind smoke. As you head over there, and you get to the tree, and it's just got like those veins heading up to it, just a charcoal. And the door, though, is just exactly like the other door. It's still that plain wood.
You know, they always say take the path less traveled by, right? That's what they say, right?
Right.
I'm not sure that exactly applies to our situation. I feel like they were talking about morals, but sure.
I'm okay with that too. Hey, Bradford, can you help me with this door?
Oh, yeah. And he goes, and he grabs the door and opens it. And we flash to Penny. Penny, you went up the stairs ahead of Chad, who is just like out of it, walking up behind you. As you get to the top, it's actually a cellar door. And you open that cellar door, and you open it to a lake. It just like opens to a lake. What lake is it? You recognize this lake.
I think this is the lake that Penny frequented after her family moved for the first time, like away from like her hometown,
Mm-hmm.
and she spent a lot of time there. Because when she changed schools, she didn't have a lot of friends, right? She had Veronica, but she also had this lake, this second lake.
Okay. So as you're climbing out, it's like, like lake, and it's just like, oh, like you're climbing out to you're able to jump right into the water.
Yeah.
Chad is just like it is sinking like a stone. What do you do?
I mean,
Just like it's just you see bubbles coming up.
it's kind of that's my job, you know? I feel like I should go take my job back. I'm gonna go take my job back. I'm gonna kick out that true form and drag him down to the bottom.
Okay.
Because he knows now.
Yep. So do you go after him then? Or do you let him drown? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you go ahead and dive on down, and he's just like, he's not really even paying attention. He is passed right back out.
Mm-hmm.
And bubbles are just like streaming out of him because it's just emptying his lungs. What kind of strength do you have? Are you able to just grab him and take him to shore?
Yeah, I think I do have that strength. I'm in the water watching him, and I'm thinking, I could just let him stay there. But I think Veronica would be more mad at me, so I'm gonna grab him, take him back up to the surface, and just toss him onto whatever's above the water.
Okay.
I'm not doing CPR though.
So as you're bringing him back up, he's just because you got him by the collar coming up. You break the surface, and he's just the water's coming out of his mouth. You're near the shore, next to just a gigantic tree, just like the one at the camp. It's just one tree though, surrounded by grasslands.
Okay.
As you head towards that, though, it's the sunlight starts getting darker and darker. It's like you head towards it. It's sun, kind of like the sun's going down, but you head away from it, the sun goes up. Situation. And you get to the shore. Chad's just on his back, right in the mud. What do you do?
I'm just gonna nudge him, try to keep him awake.
And he's
I roll my eyes at him. You gotta give. I'm gonna look around, see what the like if there are any other paths, if there's somewhere else to go, whether or not that cellar door is still there.
It's now back to a normal lake, just water now. It's gone.
Door's gone. All right.
The door is gone. But you do see a wheelbarrow, though, now, behind the tree.
All right. I'm gonna go grab that. And I'm gonna toss Chad in.
Just toss him in, you're just going
Toss him in.
just toss him in.
I don't want to carry him. Yeah. Toss him in, so he's mobile now, kind of,
Yeah,
technically.
Yeah, kind of.
And I'm just gonna. I need to figure out where to go next, I guess. I'm gonna look for the closest sign of civilization, whatever that might be.
You do as soon as you put him into there, and you're just like, you look past where you're at, and you just see this like path, almost as if it's meant for the wheelbarrow, and it's just kind of leading off up and over a hill, away from the water. What do you do?
And take one look back at the water, which is a safe place. This might as well happen, and I'm gonna start walking down the path with the wheelbarrow.
Okay. As you head over there, you hit every single bump in the road, I think.
Oh yeah,
You're like,
on purpose.
and his head's just constantly bouncing up and off the wheelbarrow.
He's fine.
The guy with the concussion.
He's fine.
He's fine. Do you still have your color guard flag? Or the
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not letting go of that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got
That's a
all that.
defense
Yeah,
mechanism.
just like you got it like propped up on the side of the right there on top, and you're just over. As you crest that hill, beyond it you see this farm. And you see people just like milling about in a farm way. They're doing just whatever. At the end of the day, you see just a couple of people. What looks like an older couple and some younger kids running around. What do you do?
I'm gonna shout out to him. Hey, can you help us?
And the couple, and they look and they start coming over, and then the mom actually ends up running and booking it towards you.
Okay. In like a concerned way, or like in a
very
menacing?
concerned way. In a very concerned way.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were at camp.
She
and
completely.
He has a concussion.
Yeah, she completely ignores you, and she falls down, and she starts yelling his name. Chad, what's wrong? And like she grabs him out of the wheelbarrow, and it's just like looking at him, and you start seeing a resemblance. And she's just like doting on him, trying to figure out what's wrong with him, as the gentleman comes up and says, "What have you done to my son?"
Me? Why are you assuming I did this to your son?
It's like, well, you got him on a wheelbarrow, and what's that knot on his forehead?
I just told you he has a concussion.
Huh. And he looks at your flag. Did you hit him with that?
No, we were at camp, and then we got like kidnapped from camp or something, and then we showed up at this lake, and I dragged him out of the water so he didn't drown. You're welcome, by the way. Can you help us or not?
And he grabs onto him. They start running back down the path.
I'll catch up. Don't worry. And I'm gonna walk after him.
Sorry.
Don't mind me.
As you head on down, they're heading inside the house, and you reach the edge of the farm, and it's just that typical farm that you see like in movies. It's got the fencing and all that kind of stuff. The kids come over and they're like, "Hi, did you bring back my brother?"
Yeah.
What'd you do to him?
Why is everybody assuming that ew. I don't need to explain myself to you. I'm gonna go over here and sit in like another corner of the room or away from this
Well,
one.
you're still outside, but yeah, you could go in off to the
Around the other side of the barn or something.
okay. You go over to the side of the barn, and there you see actually a smaller barn, and it's another room. It's actually a musical room. Like, and it has like every instrument that you have ever seen. Like every instrument imaginable.
That's a lot of instruments.
Like, almost, you could probably not even recognize some of them. But the door is open, and you can go in. What do you do?
I'm gonna wander inside.
Okay.
Be a little nosy. Walk around.
So as you go in, you see, and you all on the walls, you see like trophy after certificate after trainings, and you see pictures of Chad, of him wearing medals and him having like taking pictures of what looks like where he's training other kids, just like you see one picture of him with the current president, like being handed an award. Like, it's like, obviously this is a monument to to Chad and all of his accomplishments up until this point.
Well, that makes a lot of stuff make a lot more sense. And I'm gonna be a little more nosy. I'm gonna like peek around behind the instrument, see if there's anything like suspicious or helpful, anything like that. Private, maybe secrets.
From behind, you hear this. Excuse me. And it's what you assume is the dad.
I'm gonna turn around and say, "Can I help you?"
And he just kind of gives you this look like, we called the doctor. Chad woke up a little bit, told us what happened. I apologize for what I said. Thank you for
Apology accepted.
Bring here, but why did you bring the campus so far away? Why'd you bring him here?
I told you we were at camp, and then we got kidnapped from camp, and then showed up at the lake. I don't know why we're over here. Do you know why we're over here?
No.
Because this looks like you didn't want to spend any time away from Chad.
Well, Chad's always been very good at what he does. This is just where his practice space was, and we got him whatever instrument he needed to learn.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. So how far away is camp from here?
From this location, it's actually a few states away.
Oh, okay. So I'm asking the dad, like, so how do I get back to camp from here?
You'd have to take a plane.
A plane? Where are we?
Let's assume camp is in Tennessee, and where we're at, well, we're in Iowa.
I'm in Iowa?
Yes.
Did you say Iowa?
Iowa, yes.
Great. Thanks. I'm gonna just walk back out of the barn.
Okay.
I'm not coping well with the fact that I'm in Iowa.
Just the fact that you're in Iowa, or
Yeah.
that you're so far away from the camp?
That I'm in Iowa.
Do you have an issue?
Very boring state. Penny hates it. It's never been here. She never wanted to be here.
Just so you know, everyone from the TTRPG staff and Morshani does not approve of the Iowa hate. So just so you know. Okay, as you walk that way, you do feel like this something drawing you to the house. Almost like everything's kind of to your to your right is like kind of darkening, but like something's drawing you towards the house.
Okay. That's suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna keep a grip on the flagpole and walk toward it.
Okay. As
Because
you walk,
what else am I gonna do?
it's true. As you head towards the house, lights start just like blinking off each window.
Figures I will be the place where they have actual alien abductions. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna try to go inside the house.
Okay. As you head up the door is just like the door's open, but like the screen door is right there. You can just open it just fine. As you head inside, we go back to to Jason. Not Jason. Not Jason. Jordan. And
With Jason, it's fine.
With Jason. I apologize.
That fuck.
That fuck. Jason, that fuck. Jordan, you open the door, and behind it is a room that you have never seen before. It is something that you absolutely have never seen before. It is like a gigantic fire pit. You, on the other hand, are like, you walk through this door, it is like a giant rock hewn, just, and then it's like sort of huge flames. And you come out with Elijah, but Jason's not with you.
Thank God.
But from below, just over the edge, from below you hear, "Where the fuck am I?"
Oh, fuck. Okay.
If you head over to the edge, you'll see Jason just underneath. And it's like another place. Fire. And then a door, right underneath there. He's like looking up at you. And there's a door right behind him.
Door right behind him, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you get down there?
I went through the door.
What door?
That one.
But you were just with me.
Yeah. Yes, I was.
What?
If you look on the ground, you will see on the ground where Jason is more skeletons, and in the clothes of band clothes, but these ones are like laid out as if they tried to jump and died down there.
Well, we're not doing that. Okay. Is it just like a circle?
Think of it kind of like, like cliff, and then just like a pit, just like a squared off pit. And then there's a door that Jason's standing right in front of.
Oh my God. Well, I can't ditch Elijah and he can't fucking climb. Dear God. Okay. And the door that I walked through is no longer there.
Yeah, if you look behind you, that door's gone.
Okay. Okay.
And so Jason's just like, looks up at you and just, well, just come on. And he holds up his hands to just...
Absolutely not. Okay. No chance. That is not a doable thing. Oh my God. Okay. This is great. Whew. Can I even pick up Elijah? I don't think I can. I'm not.
No, you're just kind of helping Elijah along. Elijah's, yeah, about 6 foot. I don't know how tall you want to be,
I'm
Jordan.
not that tall. There's no
Not that
way.
tall.
No. Dear God. Okay. Elijah, do you think you can climb with 1 foot?
Elijah looks at you like sweat beading everywhere, right? Because it's so hot in here, and but
fucking
you can see
hot.
that he's got tears in his eyes. No, not at all. And he also looks down. He goes, "Jason, you promised to catch me."
Oh no!
And Jason's like, "Yeah, man, come on, let's go." And Elijah just kind of
I
turns
have
to you
no
and
way to
goes,
get him down.
Jason just kind of goes, I mean, not Jason, Elijah looks at you and goes, what else can we do?
I don't know.
So he hobbles over. You know, it's like, okay, ready? Looks at you, Jordan. Okay, ready?
I'm not jumping.
Okay, and he just
I close my eyes.
and falls over. And you hear just.
Is he okay?
I don't know. Look. You should look.
I guess I'll look.
All right, you look over, and Jason and Elijah are just there. Like Jason's got him. They both fell over. They're both just like, oh, and Elijah's rolling out over under him. And Jason's just like, oh. Okay. And Jason looks up at you. He just kind of gives you this like, let's go, Jordan.
There's no way I'm jumping off of that. There's no way. I'm gonna try to rock climb down it and just see if I can. I'm not jumping.
You're not gonna jump at all?
No.
I want you. I'm gonna actually, if I remember correctly. No, Jason does not have a string on you. I want you to keep your cool. Roll cool for me.
Ooh, do I have 1 forward? I really don't want to die. I think I have a forward. Let me double check. I do. So I can add 1.
So you got a 7?
No, I didn't roll yet.
Oh, okay.
So I got because I had 1, I got an 8.
Okay. So you got an
you
8.
know.
Okay.
Yup.
If you go rock climbing, you obviously won't need Jason's help, but you will harm yourself and put you in a situation where you're going to need to rely on Jason more. Because you will harm yourself to the point, kind of like Elijah. Or you could try to trust Jason with the fall. And we'll see, play to find out.
I really don't want to put anything on Jason.
That's fine. We can go with the other way.
Well, either way, I'm probably going to end up depending on him.
Well, you can depend on him in different ways. That doesn't require you physically to depend on him.
Okay. I'll jump.
You're gonna jump? Okay.
To be clear, this is Caleb's nightmare. I would never jump off anything. This is the worst thing I can imagine. Oh God.
So here's what we're gonna do. So as you're stepping up over to the edge, Jason's like, "Would you hurry the fuck up?" And he's just reaching up his hands up, ready for you to jump. What do you do?
do the same thing Elijah did. I turn around.
Okay, you turn around.
And
Okay.
just fall.
Okay, and you fall, and you just feel the wind, the rush of that wind falling, because it's like 15 feet, 15, 20 feet. You're just like, and we're gonna take a break.
Oh no! Fuck that! I'm upset now. I'm not upset, but oh my god.
We'll take a break real quick, just a really quick one, and then we'll be right back. And we're back. Jordan, you are rushing. You're just like, you're like, wind's rushing. Do you have long hair?
Like, kind of.
Kind of. It's like, as you're falling down this pit. And we cut to Antonio.
Oh my god!
Antonio,
Fine.
Natalie opens this door. And you crawl. You said you were crawling through?
I'm just trying to get away from this horde of Horatios as quickly as possible. He's obviously the head lemur here, and I'm not for it. So, I just need to get out.
Natalie, okay. Yeah. So Natalie just like books it right through there. You're right behind Natalie. And as you come into the next room, there's like this nice, really hazy, incensey feel to it. And you feel a sense of one of your people, one of your crew. Who is it?
Infancy Room. It's gonna be Cliffy.
Cliffy. Okay.
Yeah.
So Cliffy is in here, and you do feel that sense of relief because of that instant connection. Immediately just like comes up. Natalie is across the room already, and just is like it's like talking to Cliff, because Cliff is actually in like a beanbag.
Okay.
Just like chilling out. Like it's really just like this really kind of weird hippie place.
On brand.
On brand. Behind you, Horatio goes, "Oh, are they dating?" The door's gone now.
TBD, Horatio. TBD.
Well, that's adorable. Where are we?
I think we're in Cliffy's room.
I wouldn't have imagined this.
No. No, I suppose you wouldn't. Cliffy, he seems clean cut, but he just stays serious at camp because he's very dedicated.
Okay.
I have a lot to do with that, but
All right.
we are not going to talk about it. I'm very concerned, Horatio, so I need to go see how he's doing.
Oh, okay,
and I
yeah,
just
let's
sort
go
of
find
sure, let's.
Yeah, so you both head on over there. Natalie is just like, it is chit-chattering at him, and the minute you're close enough, she stops.
How is he looking, Cliffy?
He's looking surprisingly relaxed.
I bust out my hand fan and try to get a little bit of smoke out of my face.
How does your crew refer to you?
It's Antonio, Tony,
Just Tony or Antonio?
Yeah.
Okay, Tony. Hey, Tony.
Cliffy, what happened? Where have you been?
I don't know.
How did I get here?
I don't know. I've just been here this entire, I don't know, time, I guess? I don't know. Time's been weird.
Time is weird, Cliffy.
Yeah. And he's just got this, like, just permagrin on his face.
Right.
Do you want some of this? I ate all the crackers. But this cheese is awesome. And from behind you, Horatio goes, "I found some more crackers." And he comes over with this plate of crackers.
Of course he did. Of course you did, Horatio. Of course you found crackers. Why wouldn't you have found crackers in this place where we just are eating again? Cliff, here's the thing. We're not eating here. We're not going to eat here. We're not going to eat the place I just left. I guess I can never go back. That's going to be a problem for me. And is there like another door somewhere?
You don't see it. Everything's just got like lots of pillows and bean bags and like silk curtains just like hung everywhere. Like
I just started opening curtains. I'm like, what?
It's just like a round room.
No.
With like felt everywhere.
Say, Cliff, what is this room?
I don't know. I've just been hanging on the beanbag this entire time and just eating the food.
Maybe don't.
But I guess I should be eating, but It's so
Let-
good. And he
Let's
just
let Horatio
grab-
eat.
Just
You know,
probably-
maybe. I just, I'm not gonna go for it. I'll just let him. I just think, yeah. But that's it. That's the last one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm just like Cliff. I'm gonna level with you.
Okay.
We need to get out of here.
Okay.
This doesn't. Can you not? Is it the hairs right here? Are they standing or are they laying down? Because mine are at attention. I don't feel good about this place, and neither does Natalie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what she was just telling me. She said we needed to get out.
And she's correct.
And he gives you this look because you never say that about anybody.
I do not.
No. And you feel a shift in Cliff. Like he doesn't trust you now.
No.
And he kind of just takes a step away from you.
But, Cliff, and I mean this, I kind of look at Horatio as I say something. I mean this in the nicest way possible. You have to understand. It's not, but Cliff, right now is not the time to be Horatio. We're not eating the crackers. We're assessing the situation, and we're getting the F out of here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of goes over to Natalie and just kind of puts his arm around Natalie and just like comes over to you. And Horatio comes over with like a carafe of water and just like, would anyone like a drink?
Where did you get that?
It was over there.
Over where? There's just curtains and a beanbag. It wasn't in the beanbag.
It was on a table behind the beanbag.
And I guess there's just a table there now.
Yeah, there's just a table there.
Oh, okay. Horatio, it's very nice of you to offer us water in this strange place where we don't know where the water came from.
It was in the carafe.
Oh, I'm fucking correct.
And it's got like the right condensation of, on the outside, but the ice cubes on the inside haven't really melted yet. So it's like, if you pour it, it's gonna be just that perfect of cold.
Do I pat myself? I pat myself down? Do I find my phone anywhere on me?
Yeah.
I just grab it, little diagonal angle here, snap a photo. I'm gonna grab that later, and then just put it back away.
Okay. Okay. Gotta get it for the socials.
Yeah. As nice as that is, let's put the water down, and let's look. Like you found. Let me guess, Horatio. I'm gonna ask you a question. I apologize for getting flustered for a second there. That just weirded me out. But were you thirsty? And then like you found water? Were you thinking like, whoa, I would love a glass of water? And then that sort of just happened? Like I would like you to talk me through your thought process before you found that.
No, I just figured everyone was thirsty, and I went up to look for water, and so there was water.
Yeah, so you figured everyone was thirsty. I'm figuring, and I kind of I'm no longer talking to him, shouting into like the room, like the ceiling. I'm figuring everyone needs a door to get the fuck out of here. And then I look, see if I see a door.
Okay, I want you to gaze into the abyss for me.
That's a hearty 9.
A hearty 9. The room, you feel this sense from the room that's just kind of like a like it just like vibrates in your head.
Is that a no?
Like, who are you talking to, Antonio? Is what Horatio says.
It's like, well, Horatio, I'm not one to answer a question with a question, but who do you suppose got us here where we are right now?
I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm just kind of going with it at the moment. gotta figure. Just go with the flow, right? Let's just go with the flow.
Let's go with the. Let's drink the
Just go.
water, right?
Just go.
Let's eat the crackers. Let's eat the ice cream, and dry hump me with two dozen strangers for some reason. Apparently, let's just go with the flow, Horatio. I'm not having it.
So you're just like you're just fed up with Horatio.
Yeah.
Cliff comes over because he now recognizes like this is Antonio. This is Antonio. Like okay, yes. Like and obviously the person you're frustrated with is Horatio. So Cliff just goes over to Horatio and just kind of gets in between you and just kind of puts his hand on Horatio. Just And, oh, Cliff, hey. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I too close? And he just kind of backs up a little bit. Like, I'm sorry, I got in your personal space.
I need you to get in. It was Cliff?
To Cliff. Yeah, he said that to Cliff.
Say, Cliff, I need you to get in Horatio's personal space. I need to get him away from me a little bit.
And Cliff just kind of like, and just starts like bearing down on Horatio. But like Horatio just kind of turns away and just like goes around to Beanbag and says, "Oh, hey, a door."
Of course you did. Hey, Horatio, be a doll. And could you open that door for us and let us know what's on the other side?
And he's like, "Okay."
You do us a solid, please.
You hear the door open and close.
No. What'd you see, bud?
From behind you, you hear a door open and close. What? That doesn't make any sense.
Is Horatio behind me?
Uh-huh.
God. What? But is the door still, and then it's no longer...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's door there now. That's where Horatio is, behind you.
If I turn around and look at Horatio, but the door's closed.
Yeah, they're closed.
I would like, if I turn around, I'd like to ask Horatio to open the door.
Okay.
Do I see the back of my head?
No. You just see a darkness.
Could you just try that one more time? Maybe go back through the way, and then I turn around to look at the other door, the one that was in front of me.
And he opens the door, walks through, and to your right he comes through and closes the door, and he's now to your right. There's a third door now.
Horatio, I don't mean to be a bother, but I really like even numbers. So maybe if you could, one more for me, just right through the one you just came out of.
Yeah,
be a dog.
yeah. Okay. Goes in. Now there's 4 doors.
That's better. That makes more sense. If any of this makes okay. It's 4 doors and there's 4 of us, right?
Yep.
I pick one. And I ask, Natalie, Cliff, I'm wondering if maybe each of you could stand in front of one of these as well. I'm gonna give us a count to 3, gang. Just a quick 1, 2, 3, and then we're each just gonna go through our own door. Okay? Does that sound great? It sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, it sounds okay. Yeah.
And then I like kind of absent-mindedly turn. I'm like, Martina, if you could record. Oh, she's not here,
No,
right?
Just Cliff.
Yeah, I forgot.
You do feel that sense though, like Martina heard you, and is still wanting to find you, wanting you to find her.
Yeah, so I go.
Yeah,
I pick one of the doors. I wait till they're. If I'm hoping they agree.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they all agree. Yeah, and so they're each standing on their door.
And then I'm just like 1, 2, 3, and then I just open and walk through.
Everyone walks through. Everyone also then there's now 4 more doors. Everyone walked through their own doors.
What?
There are now 8 doors.
That's great. Personally, I love this. Tony, not so much. I like a single like solitary tear just like appears right here.
I made Antonio cry.
And just sort of like brush it away, breathe, count to 3, and I say, Horatio, give me a fucking cracker. I'm hungry.
Okay, yeah. He brings over and it's just like he takes a second and he comes back and it's got like patterned cheeses right across in a nice pattern. The crackers are like patterned right across as well, and like the water is nice. He's like, here you go. It's like he took the crackers and went, and they just like fanned out perfectly.
Where did this cheese come from, Horatio?
It was just right there. And we head back to Penny. Penny, you went through the screen door, and you are actually inside the house. Okay. You didn't transport anywhere. You went back and you went into the house. Inside the house, though, is just this like the first of a long hallway. It's like a mudroom-ish area. Off to the side, you see just like everyone's clothes, and you're heading inside, and you hear his mom like on the phone with somebody. It sounds like it might be like she's talking to like the doctor or something, or somebody. So you can tell where Chad might be. What do you do?
Are the lights inside flickering like they were outside?
Not in this area. They're not flickering here.
Okay. I'm gonna creep a little closer to that corner and not go around it and try to listen to a phone call for a hot second, see if there's anything important I can pick up on there.
It's just his mom just on the phone with the doctor, and she's like, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, I already put just some ice on it, but he's kind of out of it a little bit. Should I bring him in? Okay, just don't let him sleep. And it's obviously she's talking to someone with some kind of medical experience. She's telling him what to do, telling her what to do and everything. And you can, if you peek around the corner, you do see Chad, and he's just there with an ice pack on his head.
All right.
From behind you, you hear one of the little kids, what are you doing?
And I'm gonna
yeah, like,
why did you get there?
like, creep kid!
This kid scared the shit out of me. Where'd you come from?
You want to see my room?
No. And I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna walk in the living room. I'm gonna stand in front of Chad, and I'm gonna give him a nice little hearty poke on the shoulder. Hey, wake up.
Hey, Penny. Did you bring me here?
I was just about to ask you if you knew how we got here.
No, I don't remember anything. Sorry.
Don't remember anything? You remember nothing?
No, I remember screwing up that flag throw. I could tell. Oh, he's like just holding that ice pack up to his head. Like,
I'm trying really hard not to laugh.
I could tell that that's definitely a hard move. Wow, nice job with that.
Thank you. How did we get here?
You tell me. I woke up here. I don't know.
Of course. I'm gonna take a look around the rest of the house, I guess. I don't really know what else to do here.
Yeah, so he's like, well, and he looks at you because you're wet in clothes, and he's like, well, if you want to, I don't know if there's work clothes. There's a guest room upstairs, so if you want to change, you can.
I'm sorry.
I have some old band clothes up there, too, if you want to change into that.
Did you just say work clothes?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm I guess I'll walk upstairs and see what these work clothes are that he speaks of.
As you get to the top flight of the stairs, there's just hallway that just spreads both sides. One side you can see some closed doors. On the other end, you see the little kid on the end of the hallway, and just kind of just standing there.
And I never saw the kid walk past me?
No. And they're just like, "You want to see my room?"
I think I'm good. And I'm going to the room with the clothes.
Okay.
Wherever that room
there
was.
is an open door right across from the stairs. You can tell that it's like an empty room. Like
Okay.
that is where the guests stay. Every house has one of those, right?
Yeah.
You can tell.
Yeah.
You go in there and just a bed, towels, and all that kind of good stuff. On the walls, though, you see more and more pictures of Chad and his accomplishments.
Are there anywhere in the house? Have I seen pictures of the other children?
No,
Just Chad.
just Chad.
I'm gonna go back downstairs.
Okay.
I'm assuming Chad's mother's off the phone.
Chad's mother's not there. She's left the room, so it's just Chad now.
Chad, do you have any siblings?
No?
Of course not. All right. So there's something wrong here. There's a child wandering around your house. And since it's your house, I think you should come check out the child's room, because that's what I'm being invited to do, and I don't want to walk in first.
What child's room? There's just my room, and then the guest room, and then my parents' room. And then the storage closet.
How many rooms are upstairs?
4?
How many doors
Like I
are
said,
upstairs?
4 in the bathroom.
And then how many doors did I see up there?
You saw 4 in the bathroom. You saw
Okay.
yeah, but the one that the kid was pointing towards was the storage room.
Of course it was. Of course it was. All right. Changing approaches. Chad, I really need your help.
Okay.
I need you to get us out of this, because I have no idea what's going on. And I just really need some help. I'm gonna well up some tears. Just a couple, just a little bit.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's go upstairs, I guess. And he's still holding that like ice pack. Hey, Ma, I'm gonna go settle Penny into the guest room. She's like, okay. As you both head upstairs, what do you do?
Is the child still there?
No.
What? All right.
And he gets up and he's like, where did you see? Where'd you see the kid?
I'm gonna point at the door that he said is the storage closet, I guess.
Yeah, well that's
That one,
that's
right
my
over-
room, and that's the storage closet. That's where we keep everything. So he
What
said the storage closet?
What's in the storage closet?
I mean, that's where we keep stuff you store.
Mhm,
I
all
don't
kinds
know,
of stuff.
just old luggage, boxes. I mean, it's another room that we have. We just stuff everything in there that we can't fit in the attic.
All right. The attic?
Yeah, the attic.
Have you seen a child around here at all?
No, Penny, I'm an only child. I mean, I got cousins and stuff, but you don't live around here.
And none of them are younger than you, are they?
No, they're
course
all
not.
just a little bit younger than me, but not little kids. I mean, we can go take a look. And he starts like heading down there.
I'll let him go. I'm watching after him to see what happens, but I'm just gonna let him go.
Okay. As he heads down there, like, and he just like opens the door and goes, "Hello, little kid. Ollie, ollie, oxen free." And he walks in, comes back out. It's just the storage room. Walks back in.
I'm gonna go up to the doorway. I'm gonna look inside.
Okay, and you do see Chad in there, and he's kind of like picking through his way through all the boxes.
There's no child?
No child.
Alright, I'm gonna leave him in there. And I'm gonna turn around and take a few steps back toward the guest room. And look back inside the guest room.
Okay. As you get into the guest room, you actually feel a sense of someone behind you.
Great. Great. I'm just gonna turn around very sprightly and say, "Can I help you?"
It's just this little kid, like, "Hey,
Jesus, how'd you get here? Who are you?
what's he doing in my room?"
Can you tell me your name?
And he just kind of tilts his head, kind of confused by the question.
What does he look like? Does he look like Chad at all?
Yeah, you would go, "Oh, they are obviously related."
Okay. All right. Can you walk with me over here and we'll go ask him why he's in your room?
"You're gonna go see my room? Okay." And he grabs your hand. You... What?
I didn't. Okay.
Kids just grab onto your hands. He grabs your hand, just slap. Roll me a gaze into the abyss for me. Just the dark roll, actually. Not the gaze into the abyss, just the dark roll.
What is my... Oh, God, okay. That's a 6. I'm marking another experience.
Okay. You are... Okay, let's just go with... I'm going to hold on to that. I'm going to have you have a -1 ongoing for now in the situations that we're going to be playing through. This kid's just dragging you along. Just whenever like you encounter another kid that's really excited to show you something. And as you head over, he's trying to drag you into the storage room.
Mm-hmm.
And as you cross that threshold into that storage room, the room changes. It's no longer that storage room.
Is Chad still in there?
Chad's gone. You cannot see him anymore.
Right.
That storage room now has this like really like red to the blood red kind of sepia color onto it. And you hear like this drumming sound constantly over and over and over again. Now we head back to Roger.
Okay.
Roger, when you opened the door, actually no, you didn't open the door. You had Bradford open the door. Bradford opened the door, and you all headed in. Bradford is still in front of you. He's like, you all are now confined into a small corridor. And Bradford's in front of you. He's holding on to Nicholas. And Veronica's right behind you. And it's just like this really tight corridor. Mm-hmm. What do you do? It's like white everywhere. Tall ceiling, but like you can't get past Bradford. The only way to go is forward.
All right, Bradford. Keep walking.
Okay. And they're walking forward. He's walking forward along with Nicholas. And he goes, we can go left or right. Which way should we go?
Is one. Do they look the same? What do they look like?
They're just white. That's it. It's just white hallways.
Oh, God. Okay. I'm gonna crawl between your legs. Give me a second, and
Okay.
I'm gonna just drop and crawl and take a look at both of the hallways because I can't see around him. He's too tall.
Nope, he is too tall. You crawl between his legs and you just kind of pop your way through. You see, and there's the exact same hallway heading right and to the left. It looks like you're keeping going, but it's the same. It's like because it's so straight and narrow, the edges of it. The end of those hallways might be just right there, but it's so pale and white that it's like you can't tell where it ends. But they're exactly the same.
I want to listen like really hard, tune my vampy senses in to see if I can hear or smell anything down either of the pathways.
Roll me a dark roll.
2. Great.
You cannot. It is similar to what you ended up feeling before. There is like a sense of nothing, a void. The only people you can sense and smell are the ones here with you. Left or right, Roger? Left or right?
Let's go left.
Okay. As Bradford turns left, you go with him, or you turn right.
I'm gonna turn with him and keep an eye on Veronica behind me. Maybe like reach my hand back. Just be like, "Are you still there?"
Yep. Here.
So you're heading out to this thing again. Bradford gets to the end and goes, left or where the hell are we? It's another left or right decision.
Go right this time.
And he turns right. And you are actually continuing the same pattern over and over again. Left or right, left or right, left or right. As we go to Jordan.
Fucking falling.
Fucking falling this entire time. And you fall right into Jason's
Oh, thank God.
And Jason, because you're 5, what was it, like 5'3", 5'4"?
Yeah, no, I'm short.
You're short, you're tiny, and and Jason looks at you and goes, you could have just climbed down. Kind of just like, tosses you over.
Okay. I'm down here.
Yep. And so he goes over actually to lift up Elijah. And is kind of holding on to him. All right. Well,
The door's still there.
the door is still there, yes.
Is it open?
Does it open?
No, I'm saying, is it open? It's closed right now.
It's closed right now, yes.
Fuck it. I don't trust Jason at all, so I'm just gonna go through it.
Okay. Yeah, you open the door. And as you all walk through it, you, Jason, and Elijah are back in that original room.
What?
They are back. They are back in their respective corners.
No.
And you start hearing that drumming again. And that is where we're going to end this session.
It's fine. Okay.
What?
What? Now, if everyone would like to say what you, I don't know the words. Kelsey.
Aside from what the hell was that? Are you asking? Are you asking me to start the outros? Is that what's happening?
Let's just start the outros. Thank you. I lost
Okay.
words because I just broke 4 people that I really like.
Well, 4 people and like 6 NPCs. They're
True.
all broken. All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Kelsey. I have been petty this evening. I am a fiber artist, a grad student, very tired grad student, an arts administrator, and a TTRPG enthusiast. I used to be one of the administrators for the Fey Realm channel, but as of today, I am transitioning and joining the team here at TTRPG, and I'm very excited. I am not really in any other games right now, so I don't have anything like that to plug. So I'm gonna pass it on to whoever's next.
Let's go with Miguel.
Hey everybody, I'm Miguel. I have been Antonio. I have one of those day jobs, but I'm also a TTRPG enthusiast. I DM a little, I play a little, GM, etc. You can find me on Twitter at Miguel_Classico. And, I'm just very excited to be here in general. So thanks, everyone.
Let's go with Christina next.
Hey all, I'm Christina. I am a writer and a game designer. I love role-playing here, and I GM off and on, mostly in real life, but sometimes online. You can actually catch me GMing tomorrow here on TTRPG. We'll be playing 10 Candles. So if you need some more fright in your life, come watch us as we find out what happens when humans run out of hope. It's going to be interesting. And you can also find me starting next Thursday over on Carry and Comfort playing Monster of the Week. I'll be playing a very normal human person who has, no idea what's going on, and he's definitely going to run into danger head on. So that's going to be fun. Yeah, so you can find me on Twitter at D20xDina.
And finally, Caleb.
Hey, I'm Caleb. Please follow my Twitter at extracandy_. I yell there a lot lately. But yeah, I'm very available for TTRPG streams right now, most evenings and Sundays. I also just post a lot about cats and plants. I bought a new plant today. It just kind of happens to be. But yeah, I am currently not on anything besides this, so keep watching this. We'll be back next week.
Indeed. And I have been your MC Morshadi on Twitter and most platforms as Morshadi. On Twitter specifically, I'm more_Shadi. This has been Monsterhearts on the TTRPG channel. We will see you next Saturday for the conclusion of Formations. And we'll see what happens to our 4 bandmates and see if I can break them some more. How's that? Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for interacting. You've all been wonderful. Goodbye. Good night.